Good morning and welcome to another of our guided mindfulness meditation sessions. We are so pleased to be joined today by Johnny Dewey, who is an experienced meditator and has practiced many methods of meditation and holistic health. So I will pass you over to Johnny now to start the session. So sit back, relax and enjoy.
Hello everyone. Just give me a sec here, make sure everything's working okay. This is a half an hour session, and this is session 4 of 7. Apologies for those of you who turned up on Monday. We had an internet problem. And so for the next half an hour, I suggest you're sitting in a quiet space and undisturbed and comfortably relaxed but alert at the same time. You'll be listening to some spoken guidance and information, and sometimes be very still and asked to stay silent for a few minutes and focusing on mental imagery, your body and your breath. So we'll just do a quick recap. What is mindfulness? It is basically present moment non-judgmental awareness. It's a natural state. Meditation is natural, it is who you are. Basically, all you need to do is turn up and put a few small practices in place. It's a process. It might be difficult at times and you might feel like it's not working. And it's a practice, so the more you do it, the better you get usually. We'll be looking at we'll be doing a body, mind, spirit meditation. It'll be about 15 minutes, and then we'll be looking at creating a routine and meditating alone and with others, and finishing with a poem. So assuming you're in a comfortable position, lying down or sitting cross-legged with a cushion or a block or a bolster. So I invite you to join me just for 15 minutes meditation with a silent window in the middle of about 3 minutes. So your eyes need to be closed or gazing down softly, and just straighten your back gently but not make it rigid. And become aware of the sensory input in your environment that we usually just take for granted. So let's start with the body, and you'll feel the weight of your body as gravity holds you to the planet. The contact where you sat, your feet on the floor, or wherever you sat, wherever you're contacted. And your hands, wherever they are, just have them resting lightly. And become aware of your breath, rising and falling naturally. And the sounds of my voice, sounds in your environment. What other sensory input can you notice? Might be very subtle, might be distant sounds. Be able to feel your breath on your tummy or going in and out of your nose or your mouth. Might be able to smell something, some breakfast somewhere. And you'll probably notice your mind doing its thing. I think it's fabulous. Working, imagining, planning, remembering, all those incredible things that it does. And we're just going to do a body scan of just to notice different parts of the body from the top down. So just become aware of the top of your head. And your forehead. And your eyes again. Back of your neck. Your jaw. Just become aware of any tension you might be holding. Is there any excitement or eagerness for the weekend? Just half an hour we're going to be here, so there's plenty of time to be doing many other things. Draw your attention to your shoulders. Is there any tension? Perhaps on an exhale, see if your shoulders might drop a little. Maybe make that exhale a little bit longer. You can release some of that tension naturally. And take a deep breath if you feel like it. And bring your attention to your chest, diaphragm, tummy, down your arms, elbow joints, forearms, your hands, down to your fingertips, and into your hips, continuing down your legs, your knee joints, calves, and your feet, and your toes. And as you become aware of your whole body, just gently acknowledge the work over the years that your hands and feet have done. Just allow them to be, just noticing them. And bring your awareness back to your thoughts and the space in which your thoughts live, floating by like clouds. Don't attach to them. Just let them come and go. There's no forcing here. Everything is just present moment, non-judgmental awareness. I'm going to ring a bell, soft bell, and it will signify a 3-minute silence. And at the end of the 3 minutes, you'll hear the bell again. And just see if you can stay in this state. And if you have any problems with your mind wandering, it's not a problem. It's what the mind does. Notice the thinking and gently bring your attention back to the breath or the body That is the mindfulness in practice. Okay, so here we go with the bell. So just staying in a mindfulness state, just notice where your mind was at that moment. And so a lot of what our mind does is regulate our emotions. And I just want to talk to you a bit about the emotional side of mindfulness. Just remember you're in control. You need to be feeling safe. But there's something everyone has that we call the soft spot. This is your humanness. The soft spot is a warm feeling of contentment, sometimes tinged with slight melancholy. It's where your compassion and vulnerability is. I saw a beautiful sunset out of my window, which lifted me, but at the same time, there was a slight sense of sadness because I couldn't go outside, and something deeper, like the impermanence of everything. Sunsets also remind us that our sunset will come too. This is the soft spot. This lotus flower on the screen only grows in mud, and for this reason it's symbolic of the human condition. Humans thrive in the worst situations. Ask yourself what feelings you might have inside. Say, what do I feel? Say it inside or softly outside. Choose an emotion you want to look at. This is intentional mindfulness. In a way we can choose, but our feelings aren't usually controllable. It might be you're just a little distracted or overwhelmed by thoughts and thinking. Many people run away from deep feelings. Imagine in the future to forget. Going back to the past to forget. Past and future are images. They're not reality. Only the present moment is real. What are your subtle feelings right now? Many people try to cover up the pain inside. They also imagine there'll be an end to suffering in the future. But this can't last long. People watch TV, eat, drink, talk. Our world has endless doors of distraction to escape through. But where are you right now? If you want to dive deeper, you can, anytime. There's so many distractions to avoid confronting suffering. There's even a common habit of not even allowing good feelings to be fully experienced or last long. Ideas that I'm not worth it, or I don't deserve these feelings, these good feelings, deep and wonderful feelings and emotions that are blocked from us really experiencing them. Deep emotions are human. We're afraid of being overwhelmed by true emotion, but instead we're overwhelmed by thoughts. There is a saying that we used to laugh and cry more. We've become desensitized to our true feelings in the modern world with all its distractions, and many people are stressed, unhappy, and mentally ill. We're distracted and anxious. We're even anxious about feeling anxious. Many people live in these negative cycles throughout their lives. Mindfulness familiarizes us with the here and now. It's a way to calm down and have a rest from thoughts and mental activity. Science shows us that nearly half of our lives we're lost in thought. Half of our lives. Mindfulness practice brings us to this present moment, meaning we're less distracted and therefore happier. We're stepping back from our thought activity with its analysis and judgment and projecting and recalling, and instead of all this running away, we're in the present moment. Stepping back right now to experience a fully relaxed and focused mind. Feeling sadness or pain might be an opportunity for you to go deeper and learn about yourself. Mindfulness practice, like mindful breathing or mindful walking, creates a kind of energy that will build up your compassion and understanding of why you suffer inside. Doing mindfulness with others creates many more times that energy so that you can support each other. There are practices in Sufism and Buddhism, Christianity, of supporting those who suffer by going to where there are suffering people, and the people who do that are not afraid of the situations where they're suffering, because their collective support strengthens the power of their intention and their depth and understanding of compassion. This is the principle as what our charities are built upon, and that's why we like to support them. It's so good that we can come together today and feel like a community. It will lead to more health and harmony in ourselves and in our families. Just 10 minutes a day practicing, familiarizing yourself with the present moment will reduce your stress levels, and so you can become clearer, calmer, and happier. And you can show your families that you are happier doing mindfulness, and you can encourage them too. I just invite you to stretch. Take a deep breath. Open your eyes if they were closed, and just bring your presence back into the room. If you like, you can do your stupidest, biggest grin and laugh to yourself. Go on, no one's watching. Just want to talk a little bit about creating your own meditation practice. Keeping to a routine, so the same time every day for a dedicated practice is helpful. Having a sacred space, so you might like to make your own altar like this in this picture. Have incense or soft music. You don't have to have these props, but it kind of somehow helps body, mind, and spirit. Just get used to being in a regular practice. Also, joining a community is really useful. Well, you're in one now anyway. Having a journal to keep random thoughts, sketches to look back on, like a special book. You could just make a few notes at the end of the sessions while they're still fresh in your mind. Mantras and visualization are very common in meditation and mindfulness. You can create your own mantra. It's like a repeated word. You can choose something like happy, just softly spoken to yourself, or smiling. Maybe you could think of one now. And then there's mindfulness in daily life. I mentioned mindful walking earlier. There's mindful eating. Anything you do can be done mindfully with the intention of it being mindful. And you can use apps like, there's one called Headspace, and there's the Insight Timer, which is really good for having a regular bell that goes off. Also, not just for timing your meditation sessions, but having a bell that goes off every hour or every twice a day or something, just to remind yourself to be mindful. So the differences between meditating alone and meditating with others. Firstly, there's a statistic from the New Economics Foundation that came out lately. I saw they did a big worldwide study of the best way of staying healthy, and it is actually connecting with other people. So doing mindfulness with other people must have incredible benefits. As you can see from this list, there are different benefits on both sides. I think it's best to have opportunities to be alone and with others. We're just coming to the end now, and I'm going to read a poem from Joy Harjo called the Eagle Poem. To pray, you open your whole self to sky, to earth, to sun, to moon, to one whole voice that is you, and know there is more that you can't see, can't hear, can't know except in moments, steadily growing, and in languages that aren't always sound but other circles of motion. Like eagle that Sunday morning over Salt River, circled in blue sky, in wind, swept our hearts clean with sacred wings. We see you, see ourselves, and know that we must take the utmost care and kindness in all things. Breathe in, knowing we are made of all this, and breathe, knowing we are truly blessed because we were born and die soon within a true circle of motion. Like eagle rounding out the morning, inside us, we pray that it will be done in beauty, in beauty. Let's just spend another minute together in mindfulness. Thank you.
Thank you, Johnny. That was great. What a great way to start the day off, nice and relaxed. There won't be a Q&A session today. However, if you'd like to submit a question to Johnny or share your experiences or any feedback, you can do so by emailing events@scottishautism.org and we will pass them on to Johnny to respond. I hope you've enjoyed the session today. The next session will be on Monday evening at 7 p.m. Please register if you would like to come along. For more information on how to do that, please visit the website. If you would like more information about our other upcoming events, please follow us on our social channels or visit our website. Our theme for this month is well-being, so as well as our meditation sessions, we also have guest speaker Peter Vermeulen joining us on the 18th of December for a session on autism-friendly relaxation. Again, you'll find more information about this event on our website. Finally, I would just like to thank you all for joining us for the session today, and also a huge thanks again to Johnny for delivering the session. I hope to see you on Monday evening. Thanks and have a great day.